Hello collectors, welcome to episode 34 of Statue Talk. I'm your host, Joe Prodzik. With me as always is the Kato Kid himself, Kwong Tran. Now Statue Talk is a show where Kwong and I share our thoughts and opinions on upcoming statue previews, pre-orders, share with you some updates to our collection. Now thanks for joining us on this week's episode. Kwong, hit the music.
I'm Logan.
You have 4 claws on one hand?
Yeah, because it's 34.
Okay, interesting. Alright, Kwong. It's only been a week since our last show.
Yep.
We've adjusted to what's going on around us. Things are starting to normalize. What have you been up to?
I want to say nothing. I should have watched the X-Men movies while I was last week, but I didn't really do anything.
Nothing at all. Just been working.
Yeah.
Not watching any movies, not playing any video games.
No, we'll go through some collection updates. Video games, no, nothing. Yeah. It's honestly a pretty boring week, I would say. Really boring. Started playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Though. It's like childhood thing. I don't know if you know, it's about cards and whatnot.
Nope, I do not.
Yeah. It's like an anime that I grew up as a child, when I was a child. Girlfriend downloaded it, and then she got me addicted to it. So that's literally all I play now at work.
Didn't you get banned from Target for stealing Yu-Gi-Oh cards?
Yeah, I did.
And now you're back to your old addiction.
Yes. But then I don't have to steal it now, you know what I mean? Because it's right there in the game.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's pretty much...
It's bad news for you. I think it's bad news for you. You're going to go back to your old ways.
Mm-hmm.
Start stealing stuff from stores again. This
I
time
don't
you're an
know,
adult,
I don't know what I would steal this time,
go
though.
to the slammer. Oh, you mean because you actually have a job and have money?
Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Well, I've been playing Horizon Zero Dawn.
Yeah, how is that game?
It's awesome. I'll show it to you later.
Cool.
I just wish I was playing it in 4K, but since it's on the PS4, I am not.
Yeah.
But, you know, you do what you do. But so far, great game. Really like it. It does have some problems.
Yeah.
Facial expressions aren't there. And sometimes people just don't blink their eyes for like a super long time. And it's creepy.
That's funny. Yeah, because that's what... I don't know, like, I was really annoyed. My girlfriend's, like, really artistic and all of that stuff. But I'm, you know how I'm, like, super anal. So when I saw my girlfriend playing Final Fantasy 15, I didn't like the way the hair moves. Mm. Because it was, like, not... I don't know. Detail wasn't there. Which I was like, dude, you guys made this game for, like, 10 years. What the fuck's going on? You couldn't just make that smooth?
Was she playing on a PlayStation 4?
Yeah. But I don't know, it was just weird. Something like that. Just a small detail like it really annoyed about. Just like in The Last of Us, like I ended up giving it like a 9 out of 10 because when I was playing the horse, it was like super buggy.
The Last of Us like 3 years ago. Why are you bringing that game up?
Yeah, but I'm just saying.
So maybe she should try Final Fantasy 15 on the PC.
Maybe. Wait, is that game on the PlayStation 4? I mean, the PC? I don't think it is. I think it's just...
I don't think it's not PlayStation exclusive.
Yeah,
it's on the Xbox.
Yeah.
I think it's on PC too.
Huh, okay.
So it'll be interesting to play it. I am going to upgrade my PC.
Yes, next week.
Next week to the GTX 1080 Ti. Mm-hmm. I just ordered for my PC.
Where'd you order it at?
Nvidia.
Oh, directly from?
Only on sale on Nvidia.com right now.
Nice.
Though it is going to be...
distributed through other outlets.
Quickly. Yeah. More quickly than it has been in the past.
Yeah.
But I just pre-ordered it from Nvidia.
That's cool.
Founders Edition.
It's awesome.
Pretty good price, so yeah. I'm ready for Mass Effect Andromeda in a couple weeks.
Oh yeah.
Super looking forward to it.
Uncapped frame rate.
So I'll be playing it on the PC, 4K, all that good stuff.
That's gonna be very exciting for you.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. That's all I can think about lately is just Mass Effect Andromeda.
Yeah, because you didn't want to even shoot the show because you wanted to watch the new gameplay
I
trailer.
know 2 new gameplay trailers came out, or gameplay trailer, and the first 15 minutes of the game came out. I'm like, we gotta hurry up and shoot this show because I want to go upstairs
The sacrifices.
and check them out. So, but I gotta hang out with you for an hour and a half first. We got went and ordered a couple of things. I call this statue research for us tonight. I got the Berserk movie, Golden Age Arc movie collection.
So do you know if that does a whole storyline or just right after the anime? From what I remember, it's right after the anime.
It's the Golden Age Arc. So it has the Egg of the King, the battle for Doldry, and the Advent.
But from what I remember, it's the anime and then the 3 movies.
I don't think so.
I'm just curious because I know you were super anal about in Dragon Ball Z that you're missing characters and backstory, so you're just like, what the fuck?
I started watching The Egg of the King is on Netflix. I started watching it. It seemed like an introduction.
Okay, cool.
So I'm gonna check that out because I gotta check out that Guts statue from Prime One Studio.
Massively awesome.
Yeah, and then I also got this one because Kwong has never watched G.I. Joe the movie.
I'm excited to watch that.
And judging by the art on the background, I don't know if it's gonna hold up like the Transformers the movie did. You look at that art back there. I don't know if it's gonna hold up. So Transformers movie was actually released in theaters. This one did not release in theaters. Went straight to I guess VHS back then. So let's see if my memories hold up, and let's see how good that's gonna be. Because we got some statues from G.I. Joe.
Yep.
Prime One Studio. Nothing this week, but from WonderCon.
Yep. Yeah.
So
super exciting.
we got to do our research. I got to do my research on Guts. Kwong has got to do his research on G.I. Joe. Mm-hmm. Other than that, still been reading a lot of Warhammer 40K.
Yeah.
Been just constantly reading novels and fluff on their rules books that they put out. They have a big book and set coming out this weekend with the return of a Primarch, Rabute Gilliman.
Sounds exciting.
Ultramarines Primarch coming out, so looking forward to that. Hopefully Prime 1 is going to do some statues of the Primarchs.
So I'm curious, do you been jumping through books? Like, you have Heresy and all that stuff?
So right now, what I'm doing is I'm reading one Horus Heresy book, and I'm reading one modern age 40K book.
Okay.
So I've been doing a lot of that. Really looking forward to that from Prime 1. So, yeah. That's all I've been up to.
I'm curious. I just want to see how big it is compared to like a 1/3 like Batman or Arkham Knight, Like, that thing is going to be massive. Because what did they say how much it was going to... Didn't they say what the size was going to be already?
It's quarter scale.
Yeah. It's huge.
Well, we've seen a Sister of Battle, and that's a normal human being. So it's going to be normal quarter scale size. But it'd be interesting to see what the size of the Space Marines are going to be. I imagine they're going to be pretty tall. So that's what I'm looking forward to. Yeah, so we got a lot of stuff to cover in this week's episode. It's not super heavy, but we finally started to get some pre-orders from Prime 1 and from Wonder Festival. So we're going to check that out in this week's episode and a lot more.
Very.
So let's get started with this week's previews and pre-orders. All right, Kwong.
All right.
First up, we're going to take a look at a statue from DC Collectibles. This is the Batman versus Harley Quinn diorama.
Yeah. This one looks really cool. From DC Collectibles too, right?
From DC Collectibles.
Yeah, which is really impressive. From what I'm aware of, is it 1/6?
Yeah, 1/6 scale. 1/6 scale. 14 inches tall. It is priced at $375.
Yeah, this one's actually a really good price, I think, especially for a diorama. With all the details on the base. Looks great. I think this is something I plan on picking up for the girlfriend if she wants it. Because for me, I really like the way Harley looks. It's just iconic, and it's just going way back because her outfit's been changing ever since like the 2000s, the new books and all that stuff. So I really like going back to the basics to how she looks. It looks awesome, cartoonish. That's something that I like, and that attracts me a lot to it.
Well, I really like the way that Batman looks. He's got the classic sort of Neil Adams look, the blue and the gray. Looks really cool. And DC Collectibles makes good stuff.
Yeah.
Not highest quality, but not the lowest quality. Right in the middle. I do have some DC Collectibles statues that I really love. Catwoman on Garage. So This is going to release September of 2017. It doesn't list an edition size on here. DC Collectibles usually does have edition sizes, but they are pretty high, and they often do make more editions of the statue. A lot of the times, though, like say, once this one is sold out, they say they make 5,000 pieces. Well, they'll do a second edition, but they'll change Batman's color. They'll make them black instead of the blue. So they'll do stuff like that. But just something to be aware of when checking out DC Collectibles stuff. DC Collectibles you can get at their website. DC Collectibles website. You can get a lot of comic book stores, both online and in person. Lots of places you can get DC Collectibles, sometimes even at Hot Topic and stuff like that. So,
because the huge thing is that since there's no really exclusive for this one, I'm not in a huge rush to get it, because I'm thinking once I get closer to September, I can just pay it off right there and just get it.
Yeah, there's usually no hurry.
Yeah.
They do sell out, and sometimes they do go up in value after they're sold out, especially the first editions.
Yeah.
But there's no hurry. There'll be plenty made, and they'll be available for a long time.
Something I'll most likely put in my pocket too.
Cool. Right on. Now, Kwong, we're going to talk some First Four Figures, who has a new pre-order out. We all know they love to do video game statues.
Yep. Very cartoonish, like Zelda, Mega Man. We had Tekken.
Yep. And now we got Silver the Hedgehog.
Yeah, from the Sonic series.
From the Sonic series of video games. I don't really know who Silver is.
Yeah, I don't know either. Apparently, I'm guessing he's like a new character that just recently they just created, I'm thinking maybe. I'm not 100% sure, but he does look really great though.
This isn't created by First Four Figures. He was definitely in a game.
Oh yeah, that's what I meant.
So he does have psychokinesis powers. Right, now this is the exclusive version, which has the light up function, right?
Yep, that's cool.
Reasonably priced, $284.99. It's going to be available Q3 of 2017.
Cool.
So they make really cool video game statues of First Four Figures. They can do payment plans.
Yeah, which is really great too for people who are starting out. I think payment plan is the way to go.
The regular edition is $250. So pretty reasonably priced statues. Looking at the pictures, it is pretty reasonably sized too.
Yeah.
Fairly.
Shouldn't be
looks
that
fairly
big.
big.
Well, yeah.
No, it looks fairly big, especially for the price.
Yeah.
You're gonna get a good quality statue.
The light up feature and everything just gives me a little bit of a feeling of like Tron outlook.
Yeah, it does give the Tron outlook. That's Silver's psychokinesis powers.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so good stuff coming out of First Four Figures. So now, Kwong, we're going to talk some gaming heads.
Yeah.
A couple of hiccups.
In the past, yes.
With a couple of recent releases, but, they do make good quality statues from their other video game lines.
They do.
Talking about specifically the Paint on Tally, which not a lot of people were fans of.
Yeah.
But I know most of the time they do make good quality statues, especially for the price.
They definitely have the potential to do so, because Shepard was really great. That was from them too, no?
They did not make Shepard. They made Liara and Garrus.
Garrus, yeah. Garrus
was really good.
Yeah.
Liara was okay. And Tali, again, okay. So this is the Raziel exclusive from the Legacy of Kain series, Soul Reaver 2.
Yeah.
Which is a classic PlayStation series video games.
A lot of people, a huge fan base too. They were supposed to make a third one, but then it got shut down or something like that.
Yeah, it got shut down. I liked and I played and I beat both of those games. There might have been a third one. It was kind of a spin-off, I think. I'm remembering correctly. So this is the main character, Raziel.
Yep.
This is the exclusive version of the statue, which has a Light Reaver Wraith Blade that lights up. So this is limited to 350 pieces. It's going to be available Q3 of 2017. It's priced at $369.99. The regular edition, which doesn't have the light up feature, is $339, so $30 cheaper.
Oh.
And then they do have what they're calling the collective statue, which is an unpainted version of the statue.
Ooh,
that's the same price as the regular, $339.99. So
that's kind of cool. So does that mean that people are supposed to paint it, or just classic?
Have it painted yourself.
That's really odd. That's interesting.
Yeah, something I haven't seen from
anybody. Just like usually for customs, yeah, but
yeah,
I haven't seen from something like that.
Yeah, so I was a big fan of this game as a kid, but I think it's been too far removed for me to consider getting this statue.
Yeah, like an emotional attachment or something like that.
Yeah, I haven't played one of these games in a long time, and I haven't thought about it honestly in a long time either. But it is cool. I did like the games. There are cool characters, cool environment. So for the big Legacy of Kain fans out there, this is a good statue to get. You can pre-order it now on the Gaming Heads website. Yeah,
and then which is really cool is that I guess since the collector's edition has the no paint, I guess since usually Gaming Heads didn't do that great on the paint, so then now this gives the opportunity, but you got to pay more for it. So
you're gonna have to pay $300, $400, $500 that can get someone to paint it for you.
I was hoping it'd be a little bit more cheaper, but it's not bad.
Yeah, pretty cool. So now, Kwong, we got a couple of teasers
from HMO.
Yeah, the first is from HMO Handmade Object Collectibles, who are doing their Bounties of Bathos line.
Yeah, so you're a huge fan of that.
Yeah, so far they've released released for pre-order Ren and the Crow King.
Yep. Didn't you get both or?
Yeah, pre-ordered Ren and the Crow King, nice. And now they're going to have Sorrow and Necrosis, who I believe they're going to preview at STGCC, which is Singapore Comic-Con. And we're seeing a teaser of Necrosis here.
This dude looks sick.
Yeah, it looks really cool.
He looks really awesome. Oh, man.
Yeah, these are going to be great. And HMO has announced that they're going to do limited editions of all their statues, really low edition sizes, so 100, 200 for the statues. So these are going to be highly collectible. And when you only do a small amount of statues, that means they can put a lot more energy and attention to detail in them. And the factories can do the same thing. They're only making 100 versus 5,000.
Yep, exactly.
So these are both going to be great. So we'll have the first two, the Crow King and Ren, here on the channel.
When are they supposed to release? Do you remember?
Mid-year.
Mid-year?
Mid-year.
Okay, cool.
And then another teaser, HMO is going to be doing a Mega Man. So we got a little teaser of him here.
Kind of cool.
Yeah, kind of cool for Mega Man fans. I'm a Mega Man fan. I don't know if you know this.
Are you?
I used to play the Mega Man 2 pretty extensively.
Wow.
I probably beat that game like 20 times.
That's something I did not know about you, actually.
That's something you did not know.
Yeah.
I love that Mega Man 2 game. It's pretty cool. I'm not a big enough fan to order Mega Man statues, though, too. And my video game collection is pretty small. And I keep it to more realistic characters. More like Batman and the Arkham Knight kind of stuff. So, but for Mega Man fans, HMO Collectibles is doing some good work. We're going to show off a couple of their statues here on the channel. So stay tuned for more, especially around Singapore Comic-Con time, where they're going to be releasing a lot more stuff.
Yeah.
Now, another quick teaser. This is from Imaginarium Art. I don't know how I missed this one, but I did. This is their Hot Rod from their Generation 1 classic Transformers line. Yeah, holding up the Matrix of Leadership.
Yeah, this one's really awesome.
An iconic moment that you know nothing about.
Yes.
But you're going to learn.
I will.
You're going to learn. Because we have Transformers, the movie upstairs, Kwong, and this is an iconic moment from that.
Yeah.
Where Hot Rod takes the Matrix of Leadership and becomes Rodimus Prime, leader of the Transformers.
Like a gangster.
Yeah, so pretty cool. This is one I'm looking forward to. Will be available in the U.S. on Big Bad Toy Store's website.
Great.
It's going to be about $9,000.
I was going to say.
$900
$9,000. Damn, that's like a life-size Transformers or something, man.
So, yeah, I'm looking forward to that one. I love that moment in the movie. And now we're going to look at another quick preview. This one is from Iron Studios. This is a 1/10 scale diorama.
Yeah, from Spider-Man. The battle diorama. Art scale, 1/10 scale.
Global license.
Global license, yes.
So 1/10 scale, this has Spider-Gwen, Carnage, Venom, and Spider-Man. You're going to have your eye out for this one.
Oh, yeah, because Only thing, when it does release, I don't think there's gonna be an exclusive on this yet. They haven't announced that, so that's something that kind of catches my eye. Sometimes I'm not a huge fan of the exclusive, but sometimes I am, because some exclusives are like really something that really cool. Some exclusives aren't that much. Like, for example, I think you didn't like the Batman exclusive because it was just a battering or something like that. No?
Well, that's what every other company does.
But usually, so for this one from Iron Studios, we had a little bit of a hiccup in the past, which just like gaming heads, they both have potentials to make great statues. So for this, I kind of want to give them a second chance. We haven't seen them in Iron Studios
We have personally never given them a chance.
Yeah.
But collectors have, and they struggled with the Spider-Man, which looked great, but had some quality problems.
Yeah.
And apparently they've struggled with the 1/3 Batman as well.
Ooh.
Because he has that light up
feature.
The light up base, the light up bat signal. And apparently they put a cheapo adapter in it, and it's not actually safe to turn on. They say don't leave it unattended, which means it'll burn down your house if left unattended.
This doesn't have any light up features, so one, that's already good, but two, their hiccup was Spider-Man related. So for this one, the only thing that if I do pick it up, I just don't know where to put it. It's not gonna most likely not gonna fit in a T-top, so something I have to look out for as well.
But it looks cool. It looks interesting.
Yeah, it looks really cool. You're getting 4 characters in one piece.
Maybe they should stick to smaller scale, right?
Maybe.
They've been struggling a little bit with the bigger scale, so maybe they should stick to the smaller scale. We'll share more info on this battle diorama as it becomes available. Now, Kwong, let's talk some pop culture shock.
Yep, we have a huge, massive pre-order that passed by yet.
No, we don't. First, we have 2 teasers
okay.
that we're going to show. Well, one is a teaser, one is production pics.
Yep.
So first up, we got production pics of Blanca.
Yes.
Looks to be almost ready. Ready soon.
Do you see yours in there?
I do see mine in there.
See yours? Okay.
So he is coming to the channel when he's ready. So that's the last in the original World Warriors that needed to be released to complete the set from Street Fighter.
Nice.
So, yeah, it looks cool. Can't wait to see it. And then they had a teaser of Hugo.
Which would go great with that poison.
Would go great with that poison, though they haven't said what scale he's going to be in, what line he's going to be a part of. So hopefully, since poison was a part of the mixed media line, we'll get Hugo as a part of the mixed media line.
That'd be really cool.
It'll be really cool. It'll be a big statue. I really hope it's part of the mixed media line, because that's the line I'm collecting.
Yeah.
I don't really care for Hugo the character. He's kind of cool, but I never really played as him. I don't like playing as the big lumbering characters. But he'll look good with paired with that poison statue. So looking forward to seeing more of that. And hopefully, there's rumors that a lot of characters coming out by PCS, like a lot of characters I have my eye on, like Sagat.
Yeah.
And another quarter scale Akuma.
That'd be cool.
So I'm hoping those come out in the mixed media line, but I'm guessing they're probably going to come out in the Ultra line. I'm hoping for a Street Fighter V Akuma mixed media.
What?
I'm hoping.
I don't know. For me, what I've seen of Akuma, I don't like him in Street Fighter V, but that's just me.
Well, you're a bitch.
Yeah.
So we did have a big pre-order last Monday. Giant pre-order.
Massive.
We had the Goro pre-order.
Oh, yeah.
I think he's sold out. Now, he didn't go too quickly. He was still available, maybe 20 or so, about an hour after the pre-order.
Yeah.
An hour or so after the pre-order.
Yeah.
But priced at $1,400. Right? Edition size of only 150.
Yep.
So it wasn't the bloodbath. Wasn't a bloodbath, but, I'm sure sold out within 24 hours.
Yeah.
I didn't see if he was officially sold out. I'm just assuming the last 20 have been sold out a week later, right? So definitely, is a statue I would love to have.
Yeah.
But collection space, budget space,
Will you
and
fit in there, you think?
Yeah, he would fit.
Yeah.
No, he would be too. Pretty sure he would be too tall for that space.
That's what I was thinking too.
So, does it say how tall he is? Yeah, he's 35. He's 35 inches, so yeah, he would fit in there.
Oh yeah.
Because the Arkham Knight and Batman fit in there. The Arkham Knight is like 36 inches to the top of his sniper rifle.
Got it.
So yeah, he would fit in there, but he just take up space for other statues that I personally want more.
Mm-hmm.
Not that I don't think this is a home run and it's going to be another knockout, because it absolutely is.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to have it, but I don't have a complete connection to Mortal Kombat enough to spend $1,400.
Yeah, we already got Sub-Zero coming in, and
Sub-Zero. Paid for Sub-Zero.
Yeah.
So Sub-Zero should be coming to the channel soon, within the next month.
Cool.
Yeah. So that's gonna be it this week from Pop Culture Shock. All right. While Kwong is done throwing a hissy fit, we're gonna talk about some Prime One Studios.
Oh yeah.
Finally getting some pre-orders from some of the statues we saw at Wonder Festival.
Great stuff.
Right. First up was a big 1/3 scale statue from Suicide Squad.
Getting jiggy with it.
Na 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 na. Na 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 na. So first up, we got the Deadshot statue by Prime One Studio. Exclusive is limited edition 500, priced at $974.99.
Yes.
Similar price to all their other 1/3 scale statues. Estimated arrival February to April of 2018. Sideshow exclusive is the alternate Will Smith head sculpt portrait.
Yeah.
All right, so this is the second pre-order, because we had Harley Quinn. Now we got Deadshot, and then we'll get the Leto Joker, right? So Suicide Squad fans, here is your Will Smith. And let me tell you, this looks like Will Smith.
Yeah, it really does.
Doesn't it? Yep. The problem with the Harley was it doesn't quite look like Margot.
Yep.
But this one definitely looks like Will Smith. It definitely
does. Like, spot on. I want to say he looks a little younger on this picture.
Yeah, he looked oldest.
Yeah. But, it is what it is.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
So, yeah. Looks really cool, though. If I collected movie statues, this was really cool. It's got that great Prime One detail. I would prefer the masked face, because I don't want Will Smith in my collection. Nothing wrong with Will Smith. I like him. I enjoy his movies, etc. But, just if you put him in your collection, you definitely have Will Smith in your collection. And that's what people are going to see rather than a Deadshot, right? And we got a second pre-order.
Yep.
Is the Venom statue.
Yes.
From Wonder Festival. So these Marvel statues are made in partnership with Sideshow. Sideshow / Prime One. So Venom is priced at
$8.94?
$899.99. So I was guessing about $850, and he's about $50 more expensive.
Yeah.
So limited edition of 1,000. I like that Prime One puts out their edition sizes.
I really like that. Really great for us.
Estimated arrival March through May of 2018.
So a year from now.
A Sideshow exclusive is one alternate exclusive portrait. So you're actually going to get 3 portraits.
Yeah, which is great. That's really great. Which is why I think it's a little bit more expensive, obviously, because, if you're getting another head.
Well, he's as expensive as Anti-Venom, a little bit more expensive than Anti-Venom, like $50.
Yeah, because I think Anti-Venom's $849.99.
Yeah. So we're going to get 3 portraits in with the exclusive. We're going to get the regular, which has the kind of longer teeth and fangs, which looks really cool. The slime coming off the tongue. Then we're going to get the second regular, which is more reasonably sized teeth, but again with the tongue hanging out.
Yep.
And then we're going to get the exclusive, which is Joker-faced Venom, or smiling Venom, right?
Which, when we were talking about exclusive, which is some exclusives great and what's not, this is one of the examples where I think it's great, because I really, really like this exclusive portrait for the Venom. It just, if I was to get this, I would probably display it as the exclusive one. It's either the second one or the exclusive one.
Yeah, this is one I would have a hard time choosing which portrait to place. So you actually passed on this.
Yes, I did.
Why?
I don't know. It was just
because it's $900.
Yeah,
because $900. I know we're saying, hey, lots of people were relieved when they saw this price tag, right? It's still $900.
Yeah, it's still $900
for a statue, right? Now, as collectors, we know, that's probably pretty reasonably.
Yeah.
Am I really saying $900 is reasonably priced? But look at this guy.
Yeah.
This guy is 32 inches tall. 32 inches tall. He's going to be as big as Akuma there.
Pretty much.
Right?
And this is in quarter scale too.
So Kwong passed on it, so naturally I had to pick it up.
Yeah. It's coming to the channel.
So we are going to see this on the channel. Looks cool. One thing to point out though is Venom, the statue does separate at the torso.
Ooh.
So if you have a close eye, people have been pointing out that there is a seam that you can see, especially on the back of the statue, around where the spider is.
Yeah.
I don't care about seams on the back of the statue.
In the front, but
the
in the
front,
back's not too bad.
It's supposed to be hidden in the folds of his crotchal area, right in this. So, that is something to note. I do have a huge problem with my scene on the Hulk.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm going to have a problem with it on the Venom.
I don't think so either.
Because I think Prime 1 is going to do a good job hiding it. And I think the black is going to be fine as long as it's placed correctly. And the seam on the back, what do you care about a seam on the back for, right? But yeah, I'm super pumped to get this statue. Looks amazing. Now, some people think his legs are a little on the small side.
Well, it's kind of how he is, though, as a character, I think.
But he grows and he's fluid and he changes. Certain angles, it does look, his legs look a little on the stumpy side. But other angles, I think it looks okay.
Because I think in Dark Origins, I think that's how he originally looks like, and then he gets bigger and bigger, if I'm correct.
Yeah, so I'm really super excited. See,
now my question is that I'm getting $29.9, you're getting Venom. Anti-Venom's kind of missed out.
I don't really care about Anti-Venom.
I don't either, but I think it would still be able to buy like later on, because I don't think his exclusive was that great.
I think no.
Anti-Venom
is not needed. It looks cool. I have no connection or attachment to the character.
Neither do I.
I don't even know if I don't think I even knew who the character was before I saw the statue.
No, Anti-Venom is a Venom. Anti-Venom is Venom.
I know who he is.
Then what?
He's a different guy underneath, right?
No, it's still Eddie.
Still Eddie Brock?
Yeah.
See, I don't even know, so why would I buy that? I don't even know, so. So now, Kwong, a third pre-order from a statue we saw at Wonder Festival.
Better get out of the way, Joe.
The Eva Test Type 1 statue by Prime 1 Studio.
Yes.
Priced at $1,199.
I actually think it's pretty reasonable. Do we know what the scale is on this or no? It has to be like 1/6 or 1/5 or something like that.
They usually don't list scales on statues of this type because it's probably
really big,
really small scale. It doesn't really matter, right? So it is 30 inches tall.
Yeah,
smaller than Venom. Smaller than Venom. So this is approximately 30 inches tall. Has an LED light up function on the heads.
Yeah, which is really cool.
One pair of arms holding a rifle. One pair of arms for interchangeable hand, one left hand normal form, one right hand normal form, one left hand running form, one right hand running form, one left hand holding knife, one right hand holding knife, two alternate portraits, one exclusive alternate portraits. So that's what you're getting for $1,200.
That's what I was thinking too. I don't want to say that they're stealing this from the XM Studios handbook, but that's a lot of options for us to display it if we get
display options,
which is great because all the pictures I was looking at, I was like, wait, is that different? Yeah, it is different because the hands, everything is just the light up feature. This looks great, really great.
So they did say the paint, though it looks simple, is not simple and it's not easy to do.
People said it's like it's like really glossy during some parts or something like that, like shiny.
Sorry, I think I got a spider on me. One of those Venom spiders crawling on me or something. It's probably the air conditioning on my hair on my hand or something. But anyways, yeah, so, you know, I don't have any idea about this anime.
Yeah.
I know people who do are excited
they're very,
by this one.
I'm very excited for this too. I watched it when I was a kid and, oh man.
All these statues, though, they had me rethinking whether or not that Voltron statue was too expensive.
Yeah. Wait, how much was Voltron?
$1,200.
Yeah, this...
Okay, that Voltron doesn't come with switch-out parts.
That's
I'm
true.
sure the paint on it is probably pretty good, too.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely has me rethinking that Voltron.
Is it too late?
Oh, it's never too late, Trader. It's never too late. So yeah, again, though, $1,200, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Payment plans as low as $135 a month.
Yeah.
So, you know, I love those payment plans. I'm using those payment plans all the time now, which I didn't do before. So, yeah, this is all three of these statues are available for pre-order on the Sideshow website. I am going to post links in the description of the video if you want to go over to sideshow.com and get some business done.
Get done!
All right, Kwong. Well, in addition to the Prime 1 statues being available on Sideshow, Sideshow also has their own statues available for pre-order in the past couple of weeks. First up is the Thor Jane Foster premium format figure, priced at $499.99. Estimated arrival, wow, October through December of 2017. That's that period we said everything is coming out.
Mm-hmm. I wouldn't be surprised if that gets delayed at least a couple months, right?
Would it surprise me? No. Wouldn't surprise me if it comes early these days, too. Yeah. Sideshow always doing early stuff, too, which messes up everybody's payment plans, Kwong. Seriously. And so the exclusive version is alternate left arm and hand holding Yarnbjorn. Whatever that axe is. So this is the female version of Thor, Jane Foster as Thor. It's interesting that the Sideshow is doing a modern Marvel comic character, right? Mm-hmm.
It's very weird.
A very modern character. Yeah. Very recent character, so that's very interesting. Yeah. The details on her look great, right?
Yeah, really good, actually. I was really surprised on it. The helmet's killing it, you know, just switch outs, just looks great, to be honest.
Yeah, and I love the details. She would look good next to modern Thor that I have. Yeah. But I don't have any attachment to this character. I read none of those books, so this wouldn't be one for me. Yeah,
I think it would be kind of cool that her cape, I think, is mixed media as well. That's a really nice touch.
Cape, and it looks like she has some leather on her outfit as well.
That's really neat.
Yeah, that's going to be really cool. Yeah, again, I have no attachment to the character, but another great female sculpt from Sideshow. A little bit different with this one. This one isn't curvy and sexy like they have been.
Past ones.
This is a warrior, Norse warrior, and she's going to kick your butt. Well, I guess she's not Norse because she's from Earth, right? But yeah, whatever. So she looks definitely like she's going to kick your butt. Yeah. I'm pretty sure she could.
Kick yours too. Let's see.
Yeah. So now the second pre-order from Sideshow. When I saw this preview, it was one I was looking forward to.
Yeah, I thought this was I was looking forward for this for you actually, because you didn't get the Prime 1.
I didn't get the Prime 1, but this is the Deathstroke premium format figure from Sideshow, priced at $524.99.
Yep.
Estimated arrival February through April of 2018. Sideshow exclusive is a swap out hand with a staff. Yeah. Now ask me, Kwong, did I put this one on pre-order?
Joe, did you put this one on pre-order?
No, I did not.
Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah, I appreciate that they're doing the classic look.
Yeah.
But other than the Batman line, I'm not really into the classic look, personally.
Yeah.
I stopped. Originally going to get the DC Green Lantern, the Aquaman, the Lex Luthor, and those were the more classic looking characters, the Superman, the Wonder Woman. But once I found out that Prime 1 was doing modern New 52, that's the style that I like.
Yep.
And it's the same with this Deathstroke here. I like the more modern style, the Tony Randall style, the current highly detailed, muscular.
Yep, I agree. I like that modern version too.
So this one is a little bit too plain for me.
Mm-hmm.
It is that classic Deathstroke look.
Yeah.
So people do have a classic DC collection going. This one is going to fit in there.
Yeah, definitely. Is he mixed media?
No.
No? Okay.
No, it doesn't look like any mixed media. Even the pouches don't look mixed media.
I thought maybe the pouches might be mixed media or something.
So a couple of people did comment that maybe his gun holster is on the wrong side because it's on his right side, which is his blind side. But when I look through the comic book art and even Prime 1's Deathstroke, it is on the right hand side. So I don't think that's an issue at all. Looks like it's going to be an okay statue.
Yeah. I think it's a little bit too expensive though, no?
$525. Maybe a little bit.
I thought it was a little bit expensive.
Maybe a little bit, but
because this is a premium format, right?
Yeah, premium format.
Usually premium format is like $450s usually, aren't they?
$450, $500, $525. Yeah. Doesn't look super complicated to be $525. Yeah. But yeah, maybe if this had an unmasked portrait.
Yeah, that'd been cool. That actually would have been pretty interesting.
Showing him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just is not going to work for me in my collection.
Yeah.
But like I said, you're into the classic DC line, which a lot of people are like that better than the New 52.
Yeah, a lot of people do.
This could fit good in your collection, along with Superman and Batman and Wonder Woman and Green Lantern and all the rest. It's just doesn't fit in my collection. Mm-hmm. So, again, both of these statues are available to order on the Sideshow website. Sideshow doesn't put edition sizes on them.
Yeah, which
straight
is
out the gate.
Yeah,
some collectors don't like, but their edition sizes have been pretty reasonable lately. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, that's it this week from Sideshow. Hopefully, we'll see more from them. What is their preview? What did they preview?
Oh yeah, I did get an email from them actually today.
They previewed a flash print, but there's no flash coming from Sideshow.
Oh, okay. You sure?
Prime 1, not Sideshow.
True.
All right, Kwong. Last but not least, we got some XM Studios. First, before we get to that pre-order, let's go to a couple of previews, right? First up, we're going to take a look at Lady Sif.
Yeah, from Thor, right? From Namora. No? Okay,
she's
from that
Thor thing. So a couple pictures of them reworking the statue a little bit, a couple digital sculpts. Not a character I'm interested in.
Yeah, neither am I, but it looks really good. She does give me a little bit of like a Wonder Woman feel, but...
Yeah, and I think she's a little bit too modern looking to go along with the Thor that they released.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little bit more modern, more detailed than that Thor who looks very comic booky, right? That Thor is growing on me every time I see it, though. I like it more and more.
But this is still them doing a preview, and they're still touching up stuff, so they might just end up, cleaning it out a little bit, making more comic book like, but we'll see.
And now a couple pictures of them redoing the portrait on the Samurai Catwoman.
Yeah, which is actually really cool. I kind of dig it. I think they're gonna give us the original one too, maybe, right?
Hopefully they give us both, because I prefer the previous version to this version. But
I'm pretty sure they have to do both.
Yeah, XM is all about display options, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the more I see of this statue, and we saw a printed and painted version of this before.
Yeah, recently too. Yeah.
And now we're looking at Namor, the Submariner.
Yeah.
Whose pre-order starts on...
Already did.
Yeah, already did. Like a month ago, a couple weeks ago. Mm-hmm. So, Avengers fans, Illuminati fans in particular, Namor the Submariner looks super cool.
Yeah, I really like that's supposed to be like an octopus or like...
It's an octopus.
Yeah. I honestly think that the details on the octopus just looks...
Yeah, for an Avengers collector, this is probably a must-have. Mm-hmm. I honestly always hated this character. He's just a prick. So, I wouldn't want him in my collection, but, he would look good with those other Avengers.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, especially going alongside his rival, Black Panther. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that would have been a good setup.
Which we'll be getting this year, or no?
Yeah, sometime this year.
Cool.
And now speaking of Avengers.
Oh, man.
This pre-order just went up last week and sold out within 10 minutes. But you know how XM statues go. They usually sell out most of their stock before it goes live on their website. So it's kind of misleading about the pre-orders.
Yeah.
And, a lot of people buy these just to sell and flip.
Yeah.
So, but let me tell you, this classic Iron Man statue looks insanely good.
It honestly tears me up that we're not bringing this to the channel. Because I think this would have been like the one statue. But then you don't like the classic one. But
no, I would love to have this statue, and I would love to add it to the channel. I would love to add it to our Avengers collection.
Yep.
It looks insanely good.
Yeah, it really does.
Insanely good.
Yeah, if it wasn't so expensive for us specifically, I would have picked this up, to be honest.
I mean...
Because I was looking for I remember I was already looking for the Sideshow one, but it was a 1/6 scale, but it wasn't, the Sideshow one wasn't the one, but XM Studios, it's XM Studios.
I think I need to try to get my hands on this one.
Yeah. That'd be cool to have. This one looks killer. And you've been really wanting an Iron Man for a really long time. And Imaginarium Art hasn't done it for you yet.
Yeah.
So that we've seen it.
So, yeah, I'll be on the lookout.
If you can get it for a reasonable price, guys.
I'll see. I'll see. I just have to ask. I haven't even asked yet. So, if I really want one, I can. You really want anything, you could find it.
Yeah.
I'm sure I could find it for a reasonable price. Looks killer. Looks insane. Is reasonably priced if you can get it in Singapore. You know that shipping is gonna kill though, which it always does. But yeah, super. That Iron Man statue would be the one to have. Yes. Comic book. It's classic. The portrait looks insane. Looks awesome. Yeah. Really, really cool. But that's it this week from XM Studios, and that's it for this week's previews and pre-orders. Alright, Kwong, now it's time for the collection update.
Oh yeah.
First up, we're going to start with me.
Yep.
As you may be able to see, things are changing a little bit in the collection. I'm not out of danger with the flood, but I'm out of immediate danger. The river is still high. They're taxing the levees to their limit. But anyway, I did start to put stuff back where it belonged, or rather, I actually started putting stuff. Once I started putting stuff back, I actually started rearranging things.
Yeah.
So I'm not completely done. Still got a little mess here or there. Batman stuff went mostly where it belonged.
Yeah.
Behind you, put some Street Fighter statues.
I like it.
Over there, I wanted to see how the Vega looked with the mixed media line. I got Piccolo up there at the top. Look, I got this rag up here because I've been dusting while I've been moving stuff back. Got Piccolo up there. He's not really going to go there. He's just there for now. Put my XM Studios statues and some of the Marvel statues back behind glass. One of the more expensive stuff behind glass. I wish I could get Akuma behind glass, but...
Because I remember you were thinking about having sliding doors, but then you ended up scrapping that.
Yeah, well, they do have glass doors for the packs now. Swinging glass doors, so I might be able to put him over on the other side. Okay. But they're about $120 each. So 2 doors, $250. And then plus, with the lights and the camera, you're going to get super glare.
Yeah, that's true.
From that glass too, so... something I'm thinking about. I did pre-order Venom. Yeah. Well, he's going to be here next year. I did get ARH Studios statue in.
Oh, yeah, you did.
On Headhunters.
You haven't unboxed it yet, right?
I haven't unboxed it yet. It's just been...
You're a little worried opening it up?
I am a little bit worried. I'm kind of avoiding it because I don't want added stress, if it's broken or something, and then trying to deal with them on a break or something like that. So, but it is here. I am going to open it within the next couple weeks. Yeah. I'm need to do a review of this Akuma statue as well. So basically me just putting stuff back where it belonged. Still got to get another bookshelf over there, put some books in its place, but still feel this whole display area here is a little disjointed.
Yeah. I honestly thought it was really good last time you had it. I think so.
I'm not really happy with it right now. So I'm happy with parts of it, but I think it's just too cluttered, and I got to get some of the junk that's in this area out of the way too. Yeah. So that's basically where I'm at. So soon should be coming Sub-Zero, Blanca.
Sub-Zero first and then Blanca, right?
Yep, because I've paid for shipping on Sub-Zero. I haven't paid for shipping on Blanca yet. And then Kotobukiya should be coming. Charlie Nash should be coming.
Oh yeah, I can't wait for Nash, to be honest.
Yeah, so lots of good stuff coming. And then I have to figure out where to put it all.
Yeah, it's gonna be a tough part.
So Kwong, nothing new other than this.
Just this bad boy. That's all I got. Nothing on pre-order. I'm most likely gonna look into that Batman and Harley diorama. I'm gonna probably look at it after the show. See what I can do. Nothing. There's no exclusive on it, so no rush. What else was there on the channel that I was thinking about picking up? It says there's no. Yeah, it says there was no exclusive. No, I think that was just it. Right.
Yeah. So you're actually gonna open this, right?
Yeah. Let's do it.
So this is a smaller scale, 1/10 scale. Kotobukiya Spider-Man, the first in the Spider-Man line, right?
Yep.
So Kwong is gonna open it now. I don't want to do a whole unboxing for.
What there? You have scissors?
Are you cursing already, Kwong?
I can't cut this.
So it says snap fit on it. I don't know what that means. What does snap fit mean? Well, let's open it and find out.
I have no clue. It's kind of cool that when I was looking at the box, it has like other characters on it. Shit, where is it? Just around the box, you can see like Miles Morales, Venom, Lady Mary Jane, and all that stuff, which I thought was kind of a cool touch.
Alright, so it comes wrapped in plastic. So this says on here, Artifacts Plus Statue 1/10 scale pre-painted model kit. So you actually do have to put him together.
Yeah, I was very surprised. I thought he was just going to come in as one.
That's what I would expect too. But I guess it's a little bit different. So it wouldn't surprise me if Kwong cuts himself during this unboxing.
Yep.
We have to stop and take him to the ER.
I wouldn't be surprised either.
So he's got a cool base on here.
Yeah, which I was curious if every single one's gonna have the base. Look. I have a feeling like I'm gonna break all this stuff. Which is kind of neat.
Yeah, it is neat.
That up.
So it feels metallic, right?
Yeah.
Solid. It is thin, but it feels metallic, so good. There.
Which I'm curious about now is that since I'm gonna be getting this whole line, I'm curious if they're all gonna have something like that.
Well, we saw them, the line up displayed at Wonderfest or New York, the New York Toy Con.
Yeah, and I think only Spider-Man had it.
I think the others had it too. So look how this is 1/10 scale, right?
Yep.
Does this come with instructions?
Nah, it shouldn't be that hard.
So we got the tiny little head there. And now I'm dropping it. Now I'm dropping it.
And then we got Spider-Man's body. It's actually not that bad. I'll pop on his head on there.
Sure.
So it comes in 3 parts. Leg. And then his upper half. And the head.
Yeah, so it's actually pretty good detail on
really
1/10 scale. Huh? I didn't expect that you'd have to put him together, right?
You actually can't really see the seams that well.
Well, no, they're hidden in the lines,
yeah,
right?
It kind of is. The only one I guess what is noticeable is the head. I think that's it.
And he does have
magnets at the bottom.
See, he does have magnets on his feet. So, what is that for?
I'm guessing to stand him up or something.
Maybe it's to stand. Maybe it's if you want to. Yeah, because he won't stand up on his own. Because you can display him without the base, but he's not going to stand up on his own.
Yeah, because
so if you want
to,
so this little piece here is going to attach
to his leg.
So he can stand up.
If you don't want the base, but it would be kind of weird if you don't want the base.
So.
Oh, that's pretty sick.
With the base, he just snaps into place. It's actually pretty heavy.
Yeah, that's actually pretty cool.
So that's how he sits there. And we'll do some close-up video.
Yeah, the seams on the body's not bad. The head's a little kind of noticeable, but it's, it's
that's noticeable.
Yeah.
If you look at my premium format, seam is noticeable.
Mm-hmm.
So this actually is pretty good quality for something of its size, right?
I think so too.
And so all of them together would look pretty good.
Yeah, it would look really awesome.
I didn't know this was assembly required, though.
I honestly didn't think so either. I thought it was just going to be just one whole piece and that was it. That's why I was surprised.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's cool. Is it me or is that hand a little crookedy? Or I think that's
it is plastic, so it's more like a action figure type.
True, yeah.
Quality. For the price, these are what, $60?
Yeah, it's actually really reasonable. That's why I was saying to start out as a collector, I should have started out these, but started a little earlier.
Especially for Kwong, whose space is at a premium, right?
Yep.
So, yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing the whole entire line with this. You got to put the knife away, Kwong. That's how you cut yourself. Which
is kind of cool, though. What I like about Kotobukiya and what they did with this line is that every single piece from now on, for the one I'm aware of, comes out each month.
Cool.
So next month we'll get Miles, I think either Miles or Gwen.
Yeah.
It's gonna be Miles or Gwen, and then the other one and then it's gonna be Venom, and then next month after that it's gonna be Carnage. So I'm guessing they're gonna announce Venom soon, most likely. So I'll bring that to the channel. Look forward to that, and then eventually bring it up. Well, I'm most likely gonna keep it here for now, and then or maybe not. I don't know yet. And then have like a little small show with all of it.
I really like the base and the magnets. I think
I really like that
cool.
too. I'm hoping that they have that for each one. That would be really awesome.
Yeah, it's gonna look cool. All right, Kwong. Do you know what time it is?
Question of the week.
It's time for the question of the week. And this week's question comes to us from Suited for Gaming. Suited for Gaming says, "Love the episode, guys. With the Hulk versus Wolverine being all the talk of the week, maybe the question of the week should be, should Sideshow proceed with diorama lines, and how receptive would the Sideshow Collectibles community be to these lines? It would be interesting to hear what people say about this, since Sideshow is all about recycling the same old characters. It's true. But now they can recycle the same old characters 2 or 3 times over in one convenient statue." That is a great point. Sideshow does like to remake the same characters over and over and over again. The most popular ones.
That's true.
Now, Sideshow was known for doing a lot of dioramas in the past.
Yeah.
Star Wars, Lord of the Rings, Marvel.
But they don't do it as much. They
haven't done one. They haven't done one in a while.
Yeah.
So Hulk versus Wolverine, a lot of people like.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what type of diorama would you want to see?
It's kind of hard. I think you should probably go first because what would be kind of cool, but then I don't think they have license for it. Would be like a Batman and Arkham Knight diorama.
They don't have that license.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
They have the Arkham license.
Do they?
Yeah, I got Arkham, Joker, and Batman right up there from Sideshow.
Well, will it be different for having to be Arkham Knight though? You know what I mean?
Who knows?
Because I don't know how they get licenses.
I don't know the ins and outs of Sideshow's licenses, but just saying. So, what about Marvel? You want to see a Venom versus Spidey diorama?
Yeah, something. Yeah, definitely a bigger scale of like the Iron Studios one that we saw would be kind of cool. But
Iron Studios is smaller, 1/10 scale.
Mm-hmm.
So the Hulk versus Wolverine diorama is 1/5 scale, or is it 1/6 scale? 1/6.
1/6. No. The 1/10.
1/6. Sideshow's 1/6. Iron Studios is 1/10.
Yeah,
this is 1/10.
Yes.
This is not the size of Hulk versus Wolverine.
Okay. Oh yeah. Okay, got it.
So what about Punisher versus Daredevil, which they already did?
That'd be kind of cool.
I'd love to see one with Adam Warlock.
Something that I would kind of...
Thanos.
Well, if they're doing like... Are you saying like recycled or just in general? Because I'm thinking they probably won't do it because it's still so soon, but it would be really cool to just have Spider-Man and Green Goblin. Just in a whole... Just a statue together. You know what I mean? Because we have the Amazing Spider-Man and the Green Goblin that you currently have now. But then they both look a little different because of the base. Because of the smoke, you know how everybody had different mixture of the smoke, so it kind of doesn't blend in together, but some does. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. I don't know how I feel about dioramas.
Yeah.
In the end, I passed on that Hulk and Wolverine diorama. I'm kind of glad I did. It is out of scale with the rest of the collection.
Yeah.
If you look at my collection right now, I'm looking at... so, I don't know if you can see right behind Kwong, you got the quarter scale. And you only see about half of them, but you have a 1/6 scale diorama from Sumi
Art.
So Dragon Ball Z, and it kind of stands out as not belonging.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
That Piccolo stands out as not belonging in the collection with the other smaller scales, unless it's set aside somewhere else.
Yeah,
which I'm planning on doing. That's the thing, is the diorama for me, I don't think would fit the rest of the collection.
Yeah, unless it's a quarter scale, but then that's going to be super expensive.
And they're not going to do that.
Yeah.
So, I think people were super excited about the Hulk Wolverine. A lot of people were happy with it. A lot of people bought it. I think a lot of people would buy more.
Yeah.
I think it would be good for Sideshow to do more.
Yeah. I think like an Iron Man and Captain America would be kind of cool.
Or a Black Panther versus Namor the Submariner.
Yeah, that'd be really cool too.
Namor.
Something that's different. I want them to use new characters, so recycling them,
They're not going to do that. They're going to keep making what sells.
Yeah, that's true.
It's up to Prime 1 to do the different characters, right? Anti-Venom.
Yeah. That was just out of the ball.
$20.99 and whatnot. Yeah. So, for me, no dioramas.
Yeah.
Dragon Ball Z, maybe. But, no dioramas, because I don't think that Hulk versus Wolverine would fit in my collection.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because that's something that for my collection, like, I have the J. Scott Campbell with Black Cat on one display, and then to the far right is Symbiote Spidey, and you're just like, what the?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's I totally understand what you mean, because that's something cool. But if you have a room for it, then I guess that's different, because then you can have like one side quarter scale and then like another side just a little bit of a diorama, like 1/6 and 1/10. That's why when we were talking about the Iron Studios, I'm just like, I don't know where this would fit, So that's something to definitely put on people's minds for when it comes to battle dioramas and whatnot.
Yeah. So let us know what you think Sideshow should make some more dioramas, what characters you would like to see, and if you would buy it. And more importantly, if you would spend $700 to buy more.
Oh, if they do like a diorama, I want something iconic. Something that I don't know if somebody would do would be Joker versus Robin.
Well, they've never done DC dioramas.
Yeah.
They've only done Marvel. But yeah.
Can you imagine that? Like Joker having a crowbar and like Robin on the floor, like
Still, I'm struggling with where to put the smaller scale statues I have. They just don't often look right. So, thanks Suited for Gaming for asking your question. Let us know what you think in the comment section below. Would you buy them? Would you pay $700 for them? Let us know what you think. And if you have a question for us to discuss here on the channel, also let us know, and we may feature your question right here on Statue Talk. Now, Kwong, it's time for this episode's featured video.
Yep.
Tell us what you found and why you chose it.
So since this theme, technically today Logan comes out, which we're gonna watch tomorrow. So I thought the theme will kind of be a little bit more of a Wolverine kind of look. So something that, you know, I originally like. I still kind of divided between Prime 1 and XM Studios, but we don't have an XM Studios. But I am getting a Prime 1. But to cut to the chase, I chose XM Studios Wolverine review by actually Gunshine 64.
So XM Studios Wolverine, statue that's been out for a while.
Yeah.
But in honor of the Logan movie, you wanted to feature this awesome statue.
Yeah, because it's really cool. I like the base has what's his name? What's that purple machine? Sentinel, yeah. Sentinel cut up by Wolverine. Looks really awesome. I like it. Iconic suit as well, which everybody loves, obviously. So I honestly think it's a really cool piece. How would you compare it with your Sideshow though?
Well, obviously the base is better.
Yeah. Because we know that XM Studios base usually, like 90% of the time, always tells a story.
We gotta think. So maybe this XM Studio statue is technically only $100 to $200 more expensive than the Sideshow Wolverine.
Yeah.
So definitely the base is better. But Sideshow's has more of a theme.
Yeah, it does.
You know, the Japanese theme. And a lot of people don't like the sculpt on the Sideshow Wolverine.
Yeah, I think you said you didn't like one of the switch out heads too or something like that, right?
I did not say that. I said
like
people.
Oh, I thought you didn't like.
I like actually both head sculpts on the Sideshow statue. So I'm happy with my Sideshow statue. It's not like a super standout piece. The Wolverine XM Studios, it's always been a good looking statue.
Yeah.
I think it's really cool, really killer. And you know, Gunshine 64 does a good job of showing it off. So yeah, go ahead and check out his video. And if you have a featured video that you'd like us to feature here on the channel, just let us know in the comment section below. Hope you enjoyed this latest episode of Statue Talk. Let Kwong and I know what you think of some of the topics that we covered in this week's episode. Now, Kwong, for you, what is your pick of the episode?
I'm gonna say that
Goro, which you said you were gonna get, and you bitched out on. Just like my pick of the episode, Prime 1 Studios Venom, which you also bitched out on. I think it's time.
I just bitch out on everything, man.
For Kwong to get a second job.
Yeah.
What do you think? He already works 40 hours, but he needs a second job, especially if he's gonna support this hobby. All right, so that's my pick. XM Studios Venom statue I did order.
Which is awesome because then you got it. It's gonna be here. You're gonna see it.
So, if you're an addict like me, or a beginner collector like Kwong, and you can't wait a whole 2 weeks for the latest previews and pre-orders, check out our website, statuereview.com, and give us a like on Facebook. Try to share all the previews and pre-orders, latest from around the world of statue collecting to those 2 places. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Check out all our latest reviews, unboxings, and collection updates, which I'll do once this whole room has been sorted out again, which will be soon.
When he's safe.
Yeah, when I'm safe from harm. And remember, statue collecting is more than just a hobby, it's a lifestyle. This has been Joe Prodzik.
Kwong Tran.
Thanks for watching. Now you threw me off. Where am I at?
See you next time on Statue Talk, episode 35.
See you next time on Statue Talk, episode 35.
See you guys on the next episode.
The next episode of Statue Talk Kai.
35.
35.